What's going on, guys? This is John Zaccari, back from vacation as well as a illness that I contracted on the flight home from said vacation. Still a little bit nasally, but overall pretty much recovered. And with the Nintendo Switch releasing only a couple weeks from now, I wanted to take the time to discuss who should actually be buying this system. Nintendo is a company that always has divided the gaming masses, often in extreme ways. You've got blind fanboys on either side saying either the system is doomed from day one, don't even bother, or oh my god, this is going to be the best system ever, everyone should run out and buy it. Unfortunately for both groups, the reality, as usual, probably lies somewhere in the middle. So let's get into it. We'll start with some of the housekeeping things like price. $300 makes this thing pretty attractive. It's among the cheapest consoles you can buy right now, and it is supporting a lot of new technology. The price of accessories, though, have been deemed a problem by many, including myself. The cost of items like controllers are on the higher side compared to its competitors. The battery life when the system is in portable mode is okay, about 2.5 to 6 hours, with more demanding games like Zelda veering more towards the lower end. But there is light at the end of the tunnel with this. The Switch will charge with a USB-C cable. Finally, Nintendo is ditching the proprietary crap, at least here. So you'll be able to plug it into a wall or an external battery to get way more life out of your system. Let's move on to the system's biggest selling point, the portability factor. You can take your games on the go so the adventures never have to stop. Oh yeah, play it in a cab, on a plane, anywhere. But let's be practical. A plane? Totally get it, or a long car or train ride. In those situations, the thing makes sense. But as far as small little trips, I don't see it. I think this is still where smart devices have everybody on lock. For instance, I've lived in Chicago for over a decade now, and I've always taken the L in buses, and in all my time here, I can probably count the number of times I've actually seen someone on, say, a 3DS while riding public transportation on one hand. It's just too crowded, and the rides are too short for most of these types of games. I mean, who's really gonna boot this thing up and play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for like 8 minutes? Also, I think people get caught up in the portability as only being used on the go. But what about in the house? Similar to the Wii U, you're basically getting the off-TV play that you can bring anywhere. Yep, the thing's going to be bathroom ready. Personally, I see myself using the Switch in portable mode, much like I do my 3DS, while snuggled up in bed. Regardless, the portability of the Switch just gives you options not available on any other console. How about the online? Now, given what we've seen with the details and price point of Nintendo's online service, I don't really see the actual online being anything spectacular compared to competitors in terms of the service it actually provides. And I'm simply not going to speculate on the actual connectivity beforehand, as it's something that could really go either way. And to do so, I'd have to look at the history of Nintendo platforms like the Wii and the Wii U, which just had horrible online service. And since this seems to be an area they're really looking to improve with the Switch, I just don't think it'd be fair. But if you have friends, real life friends that is, you may find the LAN abilities very attractive. Yeah, you can link up to 8, actually I think 10 has recently been reported, systems for local play. This is extremely appealing to me, as with many games today seemingly only allowing online play, my friends and I are often frustrated when we get together and have to rely on internet connections and lag when we're just trying to play together in the same room. I'm extremely excited to play games like Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon with my friends without having to worry about internet connectivity issues. And then there's probably the biggest aspect that always has a major question mark next to it when it comes to Nintendo: the games. Now, the major selling point, as always, is Nintendo's first-party games. Your Marios, your Zeldas, Donkey Kongs, Metroid, if they ever decide to make an actual Metroid game, you know the drill. I've always argued that Nintendo's first-party catalog blows all competitors away. I honestly do not think it's even close. So why is there a question mark? Well, for one, there's the third parties. I know Nintendo fanboys like to think they don't matter, but sorry, they do. That's how you're going to get more game variety and options, while also avoiding the horrid game droughts that were suffered by the Wii U. As of now, it seems like a lot of third parties are on board, but I'm not really sold on what they've confirmed to actually be bringing to the system. It seems most are admittedly wisely waiting to see how this thing pans out. Sure, they'll port some older games or simpler ones that are easy to port over. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to do backflips for the Xbox 360 version of FIFA. But I get it, they want to make sure this isn't going to be another Wii U situation before they pull out the big guns. And yeah, I don't want to hear any more of this, oh, the Switch has 80 games, 100 games, 1,000 games in development. I keep seeing that in the comments of a lot of my videos where I'm discussing the Switch lineup. I don't care, because if they're not games that people want to play, they don't matter. If you're someone who doesn't really follow this that closely, and you're seeing people with these comments of, oh, the 80 games, 100 game, whatever it is, ask them to give 15 games that aren't Nintendo that they're really excited for, and see how quickly that list devolves into, like I said, older games, games that are years old, we've been playing them on other platforms for a long time, or are more simplistic indie-type titles. I mean, it won't last very long. So honestly, if the third-party support is a major concern for you, you're probably best off waiting a bit to see how the system is received. When I start seeing games like Monster Hunter get announced, which I'm sure inevitably will happen, that's when I'll be able to get more excited about the Switch and its third-party support. So yeah, with just going over a couple of the key factors, I think anybody who is, of course, a hardcore Nintendo fan, the system's going to be for you. It's the only way you're going to get those big first-party titles. Makes sense, jump on board right away. If you're looking for more of the third-party stuff, it makes more sense to wait, see what third parties actually end up bringing to the table when the system has been out for a little while. But the main selling point here is, of course, the portability factor. Make no mistake about it. I mean, regardless of how big of a Nintendo fan you are, if you're looking for bigger, more grandiose gaming experiences that you can take with you literally anywhere, I mean, this is the system for you. You're just not going to get things like a Breath of the Wild or even Skyrim, even though it's, in that category I was kind of hating on of games that are old. It's still a big, wide open world game that you're going to be able to play on this little tablet. I mean, it's cool. It is cool that you're able to play these games in this way, and there's really not many other options for you to do that. So if you are in the market for a portable system, which if 3DS sales are anything to go off of, there is a big market for portable gaming, then this system is definitely something you should check out. And thankfully, we've only got a couple more weeks to go before people actually get their hands on it, and we can get a clear idea on how awesome or not so awesome it actually is. With that, this video's a wrap. Let me know in the comments if you're planning on buying a Switch. Let me know why or why not. As always, I'm Zaccari, and thanks for watching.